don't be afraid to speak out and really be yourself. Because I feel, and I feel like it's this way with a lot of wrestlers, depending on where they go for their training school at. You know, you feel like you have to be put inside a box and you have to act a certain way and say certain things and not piss the wrong people off. Honestly, the way that it works is, I think the first thing you have to realize for yourself is that not everyone's going to like you, and you're not going to have a fair shake everywhere you go. So I feel like if you're just honest with yourself and you try not to be someone you're not, I feel like maybe you won't go very far in the wrestling business, but at least you're being honest with yourself. And I feel like that's so much more gratifying than pretending to be somebody you're not. My name is Tyler Thomason, and I pretend to be a professional wrestler. Right now I'm training at Ascend Pro Wrestling, which is ran by Tim Lutz and a few other trainers right now. And I really like it there. You know, no knock on NWF or Bone Crushers, but it's just a much, I feel like it's a much better place for me to go, because it feels like there's not as much pressure to show up for every single training every night and stuff like that, because it almost kind of felt like if you had a life outside of wrestling, that was an issue. Like you were either in this 100% or you were out of it. And I just don't believe in that kind of philosophy, because, you know, I feel like if you're going to be a YouTuber or like a director making films like this or whatever, it's something that you should probably do part-time until you can afford to do it full-time. So I feel like that's a good way of doing that. And then in terms of how I got into wrestling, it would absolutely be my dad. And I actually grew up as a WCW kid in the 90s. I wasn't a WWE kid, which a lot of people are like, what? You weren't into WWE? Well, it was WWF, sorry. But I would say the thing that really got me into it the most was probably Sting. And that was back when he did the Crow, the black and white face paint and stuff like that. And I just loved it because, to me, being a professional wrestler is the closest thing I can get to being a superhero. Because when you think about it, it's good guys versus bad guys. It's complex stories. It's a lot of fighting and action and stuff like that. And that's what I love the most about it.
Another thing I'll say that I saw is that when you sell off that back elbow, give yourself room to come to the like you're back that full time.
At APW, it feels like everyone's having fun, which I could have swore that's why we all got into wrestling to begin with, but maybe that's just me. But I think I have a good relationship with Tim Lutz right now, and I have actually known a few people at APW for a while now, and I'm having a great time. APW is all I did for the rest of my life, where I just work, you know, a couple shows each week for this, and, you know, still be able to go to my kids' baseball games or basketball games or whatever. That's all I really care about, honestly. You know, my first goal in life, as my son shows up, my first goal in life is actually to be a dad, because I knew it was something that I'd be great at. And since I accomplished that, now I want to try my hand at wrestling. Not that I'm cocky enough to think, oh, I'm going to be a WWE superstar or anything like that, which I think you'd be crazy to turn that down if that opportunity came to you. Because, I mean, I've even told my wife, Vince McMahon could pay me, $200,000 a year to just ride the bench and never wrestle and just sit in the back, and people can say, oh, that guy sucks. Yeah, but you know what? This guy's making $200,000 a year to suck, so that's okay. But my ultimate goal is just to have a lot of people that want to work with me, and, the thought process with them is that, hey, that guy is really safe. I know I can have a great time with him, and he can really help me out. So that's kind of the thought I would like for people to have of me in the future. Special shout out to my wife and my kids. Make sure we have like a special thanks in the credits for you. And actually, I do want to say thank you to obviously you, Felix, for helping me out get set up at APW, and then also Donald Kavanaugh. You've been absolutely instrumental to it. Terry Rook, B.A. Bundy, you're the man. Phil Seitz, thank you so much for putting up with me. And then Tim Lutz, I can't wait to make some money for you, man. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait.
You're going to do all the hurricane runs.
That's right. I don't know, man. The size that he is, he might be a Haas wrestler.
Hey.
Because what is he, babe? Like 97th percentile in weight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big freaking kid, man.
Hey, man. Either that or he's going to be a great tight end.
Absolutely. So we're going for the Heisman. Nobody's stopping us.
Sorry for being late.
Oh,
man.
dude, you're fine. It is actually shorter than I thought it'd be, if I'm honest with